Hello, friends, and welcome to Take Two for this Wednesday, the 26th of August, 2026. I'm Jeannie, and I'm so glad you've decided to come along for the ride on this hump day. Well, today I'd like to talk to you about consistency. I remember many years ago, I was working in a department store, and this man and his wife came to the counter, and he was very rude and very, very nasty. And his wife was trying to buy him something, a gift. And she said, well, do you like this? Do you like this? And no matter what she suggested, he was just, yeah, right, whatever. It was that kind of thing. Well, I recognized him. He was somewhat of a local celebrity of sorts. He actually hosted a little local television program. And while I'm watching him, I'm thinking, I know this guy. I know this guy. And I'm thinking, And on the TV show, he's just all bubbly and sweet, and everybody loves him and is hugging him and so on and so forth. So while she was waiting on him, I went to finally, they decided on what it was, and I was ringing him up, and I said, oh, that'll look really good on you on your next TV show when you're on next week or something like that. And he got startled, like, she recognized me, and then he realized, I think, that he'd been acting the fool, and I recognized him, and now he was busted because he wasn't that vivacious, nice, friendly person that we see on TV. Another example would be one time when I was with a friend of mine, and we were in a restaurant together, and we were back to back with some people, and there was a couple there, and the woman, I seemed to recognize her because I knew that she worked in the nonprofit realm, and she was a director of a nonprofit organization in town. And I was familiar with the nonprofits because I was working with one at the time. And I remember them sitting there and watching she and her husband having an argument. And I was just trying to be quiet. And we were just sitting there and listening. And the gal that I was with, she said, I don't know if you know this or not, but I used to work for that organization. And he was kind of my supervisor. I said, really? Is that true? She said, it's funny because he was all sweet and kind to everybody, and she was all sweet and kind. They were together. It was the husband and wife were the directors of this program. She said, and they were all sweet and everything. But and when people came in, they were all sweet. But the truth is known that when that door closed and they had to deal with their employees, they were brutal. They were nasty. They were especially her because she was the one who hired and fired everybody, and she could just be awful. And it's funny that this my table mate said this because what happened was they were all being all ugly to each other, and just then a waitress came over to take their order, and I saw them go, oh yes, I would like a sweet tea, and I would like this and that. And I'm thinking, you're right. Wow, how phony, how inconsistent is that? Think about it, boys and girls. Are there things in your life that are inconsistent? Do you show one side of you to one person and then another side to another? Now, don't get me wrong. I know that there's circumstances and situations in our lives where we have to behave like, say, more all business with this group of people, and then a little more friendly with this group of people, casual with some, close with others. I'm not saying that. That's not a matter of inconsistency. That's just a matter of adapting to whomever you're with at the moment. I'm talking about being all sweet and kind and then being mean as a snake the next second. That's being inconsistent. And are you that way with your family? Do you act all wonderful at work, and then when you get home, you're mean to your family because you had maybe a rough day at work and you couldn't sound off at work, so you sound off to your family instead? Think about it, boys and girls. If there's inconsistencies in your life, certainly, first of all, it's important to get to the root problem of why there's inconsistencies, but then work on it, because nobody likes an inconsistent individual. It's just not right. Try to always measure the situation for what it is at that moment and say, okay, now listen, how am I going to respond to this? How am I going to act? Am I going to stay kind all the time? Am I going to be real with people without being mean and ugly? Or am am I going to have two completely different personalities and be a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde? Because nobody cares for that kind of inconsistency. So boys and girls, my word to you today is be consistent. Now go out and be a blessing to somebody today, because you may end up being the only one who is. Be consistently a good person who brings encouragement, okay? Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel already, please do so. It's Jeanne Sigler, Jeanne Sigler. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, give me a thumbs up, and please leave me a comment. I really appreciate it. And don't forget also, follow me on X. It's at JeanneNYWoman, the little @ sign, JeanneNYWoman, and hit follow. You can leave a comment there too. I really, really appreciate all your comments. Tune into my program, Eyes of a New York Woman, every Saturday at 9 Eastern, 8 Central, AM and PM on ultimateoldiesradio.com. I'd appreciate that. Can you be consistent in doing all of those things I just mentioned? I'd certainly appreciate it. Have a great day, everybody. Be blessed, and I'll see you next week for the first Wednesday of September. How did that happen? I love you. Bye-bye.